with chapter 4, ecosystems. We will start with lesson 1, how do plants get and use energy. How do plants get and use energy? How do plants get and use energy? All living things need energy. Animals, humans, plants, we all need energy to stay alive. For example, we eat food to get energy so we can grow, we can stay alive, we can make our activities, for example, playing, running, studying, and so on. Even plants here need energy. But do you think plants eat food? Have you ever seen a plant get out from the soil and start to walk to the supermarket to buy its own food? Actually, no. Because plants are living things that make their own food on leaves. At the beginning, before I tell you how this process and what is the name of this process, let's take a closer look using our microscopes inside the leaf. I will draw for you a cross section and leaf. And leaf. Yes. I want you all to focus well. All the living things, for example, we are humans, we are made of organ systems. Organ systems are made of organs. These organs are made of tissues. Tissues made of cells. Cells made of molecules. Molecules made of atoms. Just to simplify this part for you, I want you to know that, for example, a leaf, it's a part from the plant. Leaf, it's made of different tissues. These tissues are made of cells. I will draw for you these tissues and cells. Here, first time. Tissues, it's called Epidermis Tissue. You can see it's made of flat cells. It's made of what? Flat cells. This part is called what? Upper Epidermis Tissue. Upper epidermis tissue, you can see it's made of flat leaves, flat cells. The second type of tissue is called what? Ballasting tissue. The ballasting tissue is made of tall, thin, and tightly packed cells. Tall, thin, and tightly packed cells. By the way, these cells were the food is made. The cells of Ballasting tissue where food is made. These cells are called what? Are forming these cells together, forming a tissue called Ballasting tissue. Ballasting tissue. Okay, let's talk about the third tissue. It's called what? It's called spongy tissue. You can see here the cells of the spongy tissue. There are spaces between the cells. Why there are spaces between the cells? Let's try to make it tubes here. These tubes are forming what? Are forming vein. Yes. So, this tissue here, the spongy tissue, and spongy tissue have spaces between its cells. Why spongy tissue have spaces? To allow air to get in the leaf and to get in these cells, to pass through these cells. And here, bottom of the leaf, there is lower epidermis tissue. lower, lower epidermis tissue, and here veins. So, let me explain for you each tissue and the shape of its cells and the function for each one. First one, epidermis and lower tissue, they both, the main function for epidermis tissue is to protect the cell. Exactly like the box that you have. It has a cover, right? The cover, it's to protect the pages inside your book, right? The same function here, this epidermis tissue play in the leaf. It's to protect the leaf. And there is upper epidermis tissue and lower epidermis tissue. And what is the shape of the cells? It has flat cells. These epidermis tissues have flat cells. The second type of tissues inside the leaf, it's called ballasting tissue. Ballasting tissue is made of tall, thin, and tightly packed cells. Tall, thin, and tightly packed cells forming the ballasting tissue. The ballasting tissue, that's where food is made. The third tissue is called spongy tissue. There are spaces between the cells of the spongy tissue, so it allows the air to pass through the cells, and that helps the plant to make its own food. And the fourth tissue is called veins. If you take a look here in your hand, you will have one. You will have veins. What is moving inside your veins? There's blood. The same function here, veins in plants. It do what? It allows food and water to pass and to go to all the parts of the plant and to pass through the plant. So, I hope you understand and you recognize the parts of tissues, the tissues of the leaf, and there's something very, very important you have to know here. Have you ever asked yourself why I leave this space here? Actually, I didn't leave it by mistake, but it's called pore. It's called what? Pore, or stomata pore. Pore, or you can say it's stomata. What is the function of these pores? These pores, you will find it in the upper layer of epidermis tissue. It allows air, it allows carbon dioxide and oxygen to get in the leaf and to get out. Allows the carbon dioxide to get in the leaf to help it to make the process of photosynthesis that helps it to make food, and takes the oxygen out. I expect you all that you understand now what's made up this leaf, the examples of tissues, the cells, and all the parts of a leaf. And now, as we understand the leaf and what it's made of, let me talk to you how do plants get its own energy? How do plants make its own food? In fact, plants make its own food through a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. I want you all in one cell, a little bit long word, but I'm sure you will spell it right. Photosynthesis. It's the process of making sugar. The process that the plant uses to make sugar for food. The process that the plant use to make sugar for food. The process that the plant uses to make sugar for food, it's called photosynthesis. Sugar is the food for plant. How does the plant make sugar? If I ask you a question, what's the plant need to grow? You will tell me the plant need water, need soil, needs nutrients from the soil, need carbon dioxide from the air, and needs sunlight to grow. That's right? Exactly. The plant uses these materials, use all of these parts to make its own food. For example, I have a plant here, I'll explain it for you. I have a flower, And we have our beautiful sun here. The plant needs to make its own food, needs sunlight from the sun, nutrients and water from the soil, and carbon dioxide from the air. How? So again, I told you the plants need what to grow? Need carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight. It will give us what? Sugar and oxygen. The sugar and oxygen. So, carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight, it will give us sugar and oxygen. How the plants get the energy from the sun? How the plants capture the energy from the sun? In fact, plants capture the energy from the sun by a substance called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, have you ever wondered what makes the parts of a plant green? What makes the leaves and some types of stem are green? In fact, they are green because of this substance. It's called chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll you can find it in an organelle inside the cell called chloroplast. So, sunlight and chlorophyll. Carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and captured by chlorophyll will give us what? Sugar and oxygen. Sugar and oxygen. Okay? And that's how sugar is the food for plant. Food for plant. So, I hope you understand now how the plant makes its own food. Yes, the plant needs carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil, and sunlight from the sun to give us what? To make its own food and to give us oxygen. That's why you always hear that we take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide, but plants make the opposite. They take in carbon dioxide and take out oxygen. And now we understand photosynthesis. Let me talk to you about another process. It's called cellular respiration. So now we understand that how the plant makes its own food using carbon dioxide from the air, water from the soil, sunlight from the sun, and captured by the substance called chlorophyll. To make what? To make sugar, it's the food for plant, and to give us oxygen. Where this process, photosynthesis, take place? Photosynthesis takes place in chloroplast. In chloroplast, photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast. Now we understand everything about how do plants make its own food. But in fact, the title for our lesson, how do plants get and use energy? How do plants use this energy? So, now I will talk to you how do plants get energy from the food. And by the way, what I will talk to you now not only occurs in plants, but animals, humans, plants, we all make this process. It's a process called cellular respiration. Cellular respiration. What is this cellular respiration? Cellular respiration, it's the process of breaking down sugar to release energy. It's a process of breaking sugar to release energy. Where this process occurs? This process occurs in mitochondria. Occurs in mitochondria. Mitochondria is a part inside the cell. Occurs in mitochondria. Cellular respiration, once again. Cellular respiration is a process of breaking down sugar to release energy. How do plants break sugar to release energy? Exactly, cellular respiration is the opposite of photosynthesis. What does that mean? So, it means that oxygen plus sugar will give us water and carbon dioxide. Exactly. Cellular respiration is completely the opposite of photosynthesis. So, oxygen sugar plus oxygen will give us what? Energy that we need, energy that plants need, plus what else? Carbon dioxide. And water. So, here is the equation of cellular respiration. Sugar plus oxygen will give us energy and carbon dioxide and water. So, the plants, after making the sugar will go to mitochondria, oxygen go to mitochondria to break down this sugar to release energy we need. And what goes get out from this process? Carbon dioxide and water, and carbon dioxide and water. So here, now we get to the end of our lesson today. I'm expecting you all that you understand it all. And goodbye, my friends, and see you next week. Goodbye.